Hi, my name is Anay Barreto, and this is my reflective diary. I think that during this course I learned a lot of elements and techniques that help me to improve my writing process. And I would say that if I had more time to compose, I would definitely be more organized with my ideas. And if I would have more time to revise, I would be more aware of the sentence structure and the paragraphs structure because those are really important. And also I would be more aware of the punctuation mistakes and also about the vocabulary mistakes. If I had to describe how my writing process improved, I would say that at the beginning I was not organized at all. But now I like to make an outline and define which topic am I going to treat in each paragraph, and also investigate the text type in order to know which elements do I need to be more emphatic on. Um, Additionally, I would say that my strongest composition is the literacy narrative because the structure of this text type is really easy to follow, easy to understand. It's basically the structure of a narration with a specific topic. But my weakest composition would be the rhetorical analysis video because at the beginning it was difficult for me to understand the rhetorical appeals and how were they used and when. Additionally, I would say that the our classmates revising their compositions, it's really important because they have different points of view and they can identify errors that I didn't identify when I wrote my text. And also revising their compositions was useful because I got revising skills. I got better on identifying errors, punctuation errors, vocabulary errors, and I get to know the text type in a deeper way. I would say that my portfolio tells that I am a person that likes to learn from its errors because I like to be revised, corrected, in order to avoid making the same mistakes over and over again. And additionally, I am a creative writer. I like creative texts. Um, I think that what I learned about writing mostly in this course was how to use rhetorical appeals because in my past experience at school our teachers taught us how to use rhetorical appeals, but I didn't understand what was their significance. Right now I know that if you want to transmit a message in the best way possible, you need to use rhetorical appeals in a certain and a specific way. I think that the two readings that I liked the most during this semester were the first one was Shitty First Drafts because it taught me that you can learn more about a shitty first draft than about a perfect draft. And it also taught me that I don't need to put much pressure on myself to achieve a perfect first text because that's not the correct learning process. Additionally, I learned that um, punctuation is really important, and this information I got from the text The Price of a Humble Comma, because when you are learning a new language and perhaps you are not so aware of the elements of the language such as punctuation, and punctuation is really important because, for example, if you misplace a comma in a sentence, the whole meaning of the sentence can change. Additionally, the third reading that might be really important in this course was Everyone's an Author because then the chapters that we read taught me about the rhetorical appeals basically. And finally, regarding my outside piece of writing, I added a piece of text that I wrote last year during quarantine titled Pensamientos de Cuarentena because we were when I wrote it, we were for the first time in quarantine here in Ecuador, and I had a lot of emotions and I felt overwhelmed. And usually when I feel that way, I like to write my emotions and how I feel in this notebook. It has a lot of my memories, and I think that it reflects the style of writing that I like to do, that it's basically related to poetry. It's not a poem itself, but it has certain elements of poetry that we didn't saw along this course because during this course we saw a lot of text types that were not poetry or were not related to poetry. So I added it because it resembles what I like to do when I feel overwhelmed, and it's very personal. Thank you.